Is the Golden State Warriors championship window about to slam shut, or is a new era just beginning? Rumors are swirling about a blockbuster signing that could change everything for the Dubs. After a tumultuous start to the season, the Warriors have made a bold move that has fans buzzing with excitement. Could this be the spark they need to reignite their title hopes? Stick around as we dive into the details, and if you want to stay on top of all things Warriors, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Kevin Durant, a name that sends shivers down the spine of every Golden State Warriors fan, recently turned down the opportunity to return to the team that helped him capture 2 championships. Can you believe it? The Warriors reached out, hoping to rekindle that magic, but Durant simply wasn't interested. This raises a huge question. Did the Warriors really need him back? Instead of pining for Durant, the Warriors made a bold move to acquire another big-name all-star, Jimmy Butler. Yes, you heard that right. Jimmy Butler is now rocking the Golden State jersey, and the buzz around the team is electric. Fans are excited, and I can't blame them. We're going to dive deep into why Durant turned his back on a potential reunion, how Draymond Green reacted to all this, and the impact Butler's arrival could have on the season. Could this trade change the course of our year, and will Durant end up regretting this decision? The idea of bringing Durant back didn't come out of nowhere. The Warriors have been struggling this season, sitting outside the playoff picture and knowing that Stephen Curry's prime won't last forever. Strengthening the roster was a top priority, and of course, Durant's name surfaced as a potential game-changer. He had incredible success during his 3 seasons in the Bay Area, 3 straight finals appearances, 2 championships, and 2 finals MVPs. If there was ever a place for him to shine again, it was here. But sources say Durant showed zero interest in coming back. That door was closed tight. Now, let's talk about Draymond Green. Remember that infamous argument between him and Durant back in 2018? Many thought it might have left some lingering scars. But Green was crystal clear. It didn't affect him one bit. He's focused on the players who want to be on the team. And honestly, he might be right. Durant made his choice, and now the Warriors had to pivot. They couldn't afford to stand still, so they went after Butler and pulled off a massive trade involving 5 teams. They sent Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, Dennis Schroeder, Lindy Waters III, and a first-round pick to secure Butler, a 6-time All-Star. Was it a high price? Absolutely. But from what we've seen so far, it could be one of the best moves this franchise has made in recent years. Jimmy Butler brings a different dynamic to the Warriors. Where Durant was one of the most prolific scorers in NBA history, Butler is a fierce competitor, a natural leader, and a two-way player who plays hard on both ends of the court. Plus, let's not forget his playoff experience, leading the Miami Heat to 2 NBA Finals as significant underdogs. Since Butler's arrival, the Warriors have shown immediate improvement. They were struggling at 11th in the West, but with Butler on board, they've secured 2 straight wins. Curry himself has felt the difference on the court, saying that Butler's presence eases the pressure and allows the offense to flow much better. Butler's influence goes beyond just scoring. He's the kind of guy who demands excellence from himself and his teammates. The Warriors needed that energy, that grit. If they lacked identity before, Butler has provided a rallying point. Now the big question looms. Will Durant regret his decision? Looking at the Suns, things aren't rosy. They have a mediocre record and don't seem like legitimate title contenders. If Durant had come back to the Warriors, he would have been reunited with Curry and Green in a system he knows well, one where he's already won championships. Imagine the havoc that Curry and Durant could wreak together again. Instead, Durant chose to stay in Phoenix, and that's a decision we'll be watching closely. Meanwhile, the Warriors are all in on Butler, who has signed a 2-year, $121 million extension. This secures his place on the team for the foreseeable future. Sure, there are risks involved. Butler is 34 and has had his share of conflicts with past teams. But with Curry's championship window closing, the Warriors decided to gamble on Butler. Can they turn things around and make a serious title push? It's still early to tell, but the signs are promising. The team looks more intense, more competitive, and above all, they seem to have regained hope. Andrew Wiggins recently shared his thoughts on his trade from the Golden State Warriors to the Miami Heat, and as a die-hard Warriors fan, I have to say it hits hard. Wiggins was a crucial part of our squad for 6 seasons, helping us navigate through the post-Kevin Durant era, and his contributions were vital during our 2022 championship run. Hearing him describe the split as hard really resonates. It's tough to see a player who put so much effort into our franchise move on, but he also recognizes that this is the business side of the NBA. When Wiggins spoke about looking forward to a new chapter in Miami, it's a reminder that change is a constant in this league. He mentioned the excitement he feels about the Heat's roster and coaching staff, which makes sense. Miami is an organization that knows how to win. But what does this mean for the Warriors? We know Wiggins' scoring and rebounding were key to our success, and now, without him, we have to rethink how we approach the remainder of the season. Wiggins was more than just a player. He was a glue guy, someone who could step up when needed and blend seamlessly into our system. He took on the challenge of guarding the best players on the opposing teams, while also being a scoring threat. So, the question looms, who steps up in his absence? Do we rely more heavily on our core trio of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green? Or do we look at our younger players to fill the void left by Wiggins? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, I trust in our established stars to carry the load. But on the other, I worry about the depth of our bench and how well they can perform under pressure. The trade sending Wiggins to Miami in exchange for Jimmy Butler certainly raises eyebrows. Butler is a proven star, no doubt, but he brings with him a different style of play. He's a fierce competitor who can take over games, but he also has a different dynamic compared to Wiggins. Fans might be excited about the potential of having another star on the roster, but we've got to consider the chemistry and how this will affect our existing players. For Wiggins, this trade could mean a return to a more prominent scoring role, reminiscent of his days with the Timberwolves. He has the talent, no question about it, but can he replicate that success within a new system? I believe he can, and it's exciting for Miami fans. But as Warriors fans, we need to keep our heads up and focus on our own path forward. This trade can be a pivotal moment for the Warriors. It's not just about who we lost, but also how we adapt going forward. The front office has some tough decisions ahead, and how they navigate this period could define our future. Do we look for another trade to bolster our roster? Do we give our young players more minutes to develop? The possibilities are endless, and I want to hear what you think. And you, what do you think? Was this trade the best decision for the Warriors? Will we rise to the challenge, or is there a potential pitfall lurking just around the corner? I want to hear your opinions down below. Let's get the conversation going, because your voice matters in this community. As we look ahead, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates on our beloved Warriors. Don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see how this all unfolds. Let's keep the faith and support our team as we navigate this new chapter. Go Warriors!